So I was going through my comments and I picked some out that really got my mind going for things in The Sims 4 now that we know The Sims 4 has way longer than we even thought. We knew The Sims 4 could potentially have a couple more years or so, but we expected there to be a Sims 5 and they've kind of went against that. I've mentioned before, I do still think we're going to get a Sims 5 because I feel like The Sims 4 has to end at some point, even if it's like 10 years from now, which sounds insane because that would mean The Sims 4 would be running for 20 years, which I don't know. That just seems crazy. I feel like the game would be so outdated by then, but I guess they have plans to kind of try to keep it up to date and change things as they go. I don't really know. They seem to have a lot of ideas up their sleeves and a lot of plans, but I do think The Sims 5 will come, but just a lot further into the future than we ever thought, and so it's not even being worked on yet. But I can't see them ending The Sims after 4. I do think it's a successful game and they'll continue on with it, unless they decide to go ahead and just keep doing other types of Sims games, not following in the pattern of like Sims 1, 2, 3, 4, because right now they're working on Project Renee, which has been confirmed to be a life simulation game, but a different kind of experience, a new title. It's not going to be called The Sims 5, but it will be a life sim. Maybe that's their path. Maybe they're going to keep making games like that. I have no idea. But regardless, you guys have been commenting things that you want to see in The Sims 4. Now that we know we have so much more time, there is so much more time for them to create things that people want. So with that, before we get into the comments that I've picked out, let's do our notification shout out. This one goes to The Last Heir of Slytherin. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Honestly, you made my day with your comment. You're the sweetest. And if you guys want a chance to be the comment of the day, all you gotta do is comment down below. So with that, let's get into it. If you plan on purchasing The Sims 4 Lovestruck or any of the Sims 4 packs, you can use my code FANTAYZIA on the EA app or thesims.com. This does directly support me and my channel, so I really do appreciate those of you guys who use my code. Honestly, I could do a whole other video, probably like 5 videos on your guys' comments. I know, crazy. I honestly just grabbed a few of them for today's video because I really liked these things. So this first comment comes from Glee Ariel Griffin. I would also love an infant stuff pack with strollers, walkers, infant pools, etc. I play with infants all the time in The Sims and would love more objects for them. Okay, me too. This would be such a good stuff pack idea in my opinion. I mean, we have a toddler stuff pack, we have a kid stuff pack. Why not make an infant one? And I know we don't see many stuff packs, but they are back. And we have gotten 2 of them since they've come back. So I do think we'll get some in 2025. I just think they decided not to do one for the last quarter of the year. So I mean, I would have loved to see that. I feel like they could have squeezed one in, but that's okay. Here's hoping that means the expansion pack is just going to be really good. Let's cross our fingers. But yeah, we need strollers and walkers. Walkers would be so good in my opinion. Because, with the infants, they can't even crawl at first yet. And of course, with toddlers, they're already walking. So I just feel like infants is like the perfect stage where maybe after they have learned to crawl, they can go in the walker or something. Or maybe even the walker helps them learn to crawl. Who knows? But I think that would be so fun. And infant pools. I think it would be cool if they made another variation of the toddler pools, but maybe like smaller and have like a little bit of a different animation. I personally would love that. But yeah, I play with infants a lot too, because I'm always having, family gameplay going on. And the infant stage is so fun because even though it's a lot, I feel like the whole milestones and everything like that, it is where you really start to get attached to your new little sim. So I think a stuff pack for them would be incredible. So this next one comes from Mallow Fluff. I want bands and hotels and more hobbies like pottery and archery and perfume making. I want refreshes too. Okay, I want refreshes back so bad. I'm so with you on that. We need refreshes, especially for packs like Get to Work. That would be amazing. I want to see it so bad. Now that they have announced that The Sims 5 is not currently in the making, won't be for a long time, if ever, I do think maybe they're going to bring back pack refreshes because how do they expect us to just, keep playing this game for so long when some of the expansion packs very much need an upgrade? The super old ones, and they kind of just teased us with that. They did this pack refresh for Spa Day and then they kind of just stopped. And it was like they showed us the potential. I honestly think Spa Day is so much better now. And that pack refresh did really good. I remember there was a lot of hype around it. So yeah, I don't know what would have led them to just do that and then stop. But yes, bands and hotels. I did a whole video on that and I need them in my life, especially hotels. I've always said, I'm not someone who's dying for a band's expansion pack, but now I will say, knowing The Sims 4 has so much longer than I thought, I'm all for a band's expansion pack, you know, because we need more things to do and we don't want to get bored with the game. So different paths that our Sims can follow. I'm all for that. So pottery, I think would be super fun. That was in The Sims 2, right? I don't know if it was in The Sims 3. I played with hobbies a lot more in The Sims 2. Archery and then perfume making really stood out to me. I don't know if it's because I'm currently like obsessed with perfumes. I don't know where this obsession came from. I mean, I've always loved a good perfume, but lately, I think it's the time of year. I feel like every time I get into the fall time, I'm a vanilla girly, but sometimes in the summer I'll switch it up to some fruity scents. But like almost all year round, I'm a vanilla girly. I'll only do the fruity for like, you know, a couple months during the summer. And then I'm like, give me my vanilla, warm and cozy vibes, pumpkin spice, all of it. And my whole feed on TikTok right now is just recommending the top vanilla, cozy, fall type of perfumes. And so I don't know if that is why reading perfume making got me so excited. I feel like it's like an interest of mine right now. So I feel like having my Sims make their own perfume. Ooh, and then having a little perfume shop. Oh my goodness. I would love the heck out of that. Has anyone thought of that before? I've never seen that. Perfume making, like it's so perfect. That's a perfect stuff pack idea. So next, a comment comes from Valerie Lee. I would still like a bands pack and with drums because we don't have drums in The Sims 4. Sims 3 has drums, but not Sims 4, so that would be cool. As well as a Fairies pack and maybe hotels. A lot of people want hotels. I've been seeing this comment even not on my video about bands and hotels. And you're right, we don't have drums yet. Drums would be a great addition. I think we need a lot more instruments in The Sims 4, which again, I have more hope now that they'll actually put them in the game. That is the one thing, like even though a lot of people are disappointed. And honestly, I was bummed when I heard that The Sims 5 isn't even in the making right now. Especially their reasoning, not wanting to have people start over or whatever it was. It's just so odd to me because you don't have to start over. If you want to keep playing The Sims 4, you can do so. If you don't want to play The Sims 5, you can choose to do that. So I didn't really get that, but like it gives me the impression that they just want to try to give us the ultimate life simulation game and give us everything that we have been asking for years. So, you know, I get more excited now, I guess, about the potential of things instead of feeling like, oh, that's never going to happen. You know, I even have a little more hope for cars. But when I say that, I don't want you guys to get too hopeful with me because when I get hope, I'm not the type of person where I'm just like, oh my goodness, it's gonna happen, and then just get pissed off. I really don't do that. So I just want to remind you guys, if you are the type to get your hopes too high and then get angry or upset or anything like that, then please don't get too hopeful about things just because we still don't know what this means. We just know it means there's going to be a lot more content coming to The Sims 4 than we may have thought, and a lot more packs and all of that. Fairies. A lot of people still talk about fairies, and it's still been so quiet about the whole game pack dilemma. No game packs. I feel like if they're going to keep The Sims 4 going for years more to come, they gotta bring back game packs, right? They gotta give us fairies. There's no way they're just going to leave fairies out. So this next comment comes from Sandra. My wish list bans surfing, diving, sailing, zombies, dragons, space travel / station, more active careers, birds as pets, hotels, fairies, and monarchs. So I would be all for this too. Honestly, give me it all. Surfing really stands out to me because in The Sims 3, we have this like surfing station or whatever that you could get on the Sims 3 store. I think that's kind of all we've ever seen as far as surfing goes, right? But yeah, like The Sims 4, I would love to see actual surfing. I feel like they could do it. It would be cool if there was even a surfing skill and then we could have like surfer bros. All of that would be really fun. I do feel like we kind of have sailing though, unless you kind of mean that in a different way. Diving. Honestly, a lot of people were upset when island living didn't come with the ability to go underwater with your Sims, like in The Sims 3. I want to see that underwater experience. I do think that would be super fun. Zombies. I want to know down below if you guys want that or not, because I mentioned it recently. Some people want it, some people don't, but I'm like specifically curious. Those of you watching, is that something you want or no? It's something I'd be interested in getting as long as they have an option to turn it off. I'm okay with it happening. Dragons are another thing where I know it's possible, but I think they would more so do like mini dragons, kind of like in The Sims 3. I think if we were to get them, it would be in a medieval type of pack, which would be really cool. Oh, another thing about this comment, birds as pets. Guys, we need birds. you know, like actual birds that we can have as pets. The amount of times I've wanted to have my sim own a parrot or something, that would be so nice. So this next comment comes from Shauna. I feel like there needs to be a pack / update to healthcare, or maybe a motherhood pack. Better pregnancy, women's health, periods, better births, babies with birth defects, pregnancy cravings, longer time off work, breast pumps, more baby items, bottle warmer, dummies, prams. It should cost money to change your baby's nappies unless using cloth, better baby interactions, parenting classes, ultrasounds, and there's so much more probably missing. Packs that don't impact gameplay much really don't interest me, and I don't think bands have enough to make into an expansion pack, maybe a game pack. I do actually see that. I feel like a bands game pack would make a lot more sense. I feel like if they're going to do bands as an expansion, there's probably going to be other things in there, but I'm not exactly sure what they would do. So the stuff about babies and motherhood and all that, this is something where I feel like it'll never happen because for some reason, I don't really get it. The Sims 4 is rated teen, but the way the birthing is with Get to Work, literally, I'm sorry, but it seems like that is geared towards 8-year-olds. I don't get it. There's a lot of things in The Sims 4 that seems like it's geared towards an age group that is below what the game is rated, and I never understand that. I understand there is kids who play. I was that kid. I was 6 years old playing The Sims 1. You know, I was playing The Sims 2 as a kid, and yeah, like, I understand kids play it, but the fact is, it's rated teen. And when a game has a rating like that, I don't understand when you push out content that seems like it's more appropriate for kids. Like, I just feel like the content should seem like it's, you know, the age group appropriate, like teens and up. I feel like with Love Struck, they did that. The Sims 4 will always have goofy stuff to it, but I do feel like that is the type of pack we should be seeing more. I'm not saying Love Struck themed, I'm just saying the type of content that was in Love Struck. Simmers were actually shocked because we never see that. We always see very just like watered down kid type of stuff. Like, I don't see why we can't have a more realistic birth experience. Of course it's going to be blurred anyways. Like, if you look at the Panda Sama childbirth mod, it's not inappropriate at all. And first of all, how is any of that inappropriate? Pregnancy, birth, it's not inappropriate. And especially not for teens and up. So I just really don't get what they were doing there. I'm gonna be honest. And I just feel like there is so, like, periods. That is completely fine. Teenagers have their period. And periods are not inappropriate. I don't get it. I really don't get it. I would understand if the game was geared towards kids. It'd be kind of weird to just have like periods in there. But the fact that it's teen and up and teens are literally going through having a period, I just don't see why it shouldn't be in the game. It's nothing weird. It's completely normal. You could, you know, probably opt out of having your sim go through a period if you don't want to deal with that. They can also make it doesn't have to be this annoying thing. Like, you know how teens go through puberty? It can, you know, when they're going through puberty, they could get their first period. I think it would actually be like a cute thing where your teens can go and like run to their mom or dad and be like, I got my first period. I need advice. And then like you can give that advice about whatever. You know what I mean? I don't know. Like, you can give teens the woohoo talk, but then there's not like normal things that just happen to us. Like, I don't get it. I definitely think pregnancy needs a huge update. That would be really, really nice too. So many things I'd love to see with babies. Like, yeah, like the whole breast pumps and everything. That would be so cool. So this next comment comes from a red magic marker. Fairies, more witches, more magic, more spells, more magic clothes, functioning unicorns, and more fairies. God damn it. You have the power, EA. Use it for good. Oh my goodness. I love this enthusiasm. If you want fairies, scream it in the comments right now. And then the last comment from Colorful Sound. I wish they do like during summertime, there's no school. Then a summer camp on top of that would be really perfect for kids and teens maybe. So they did mention that like summer stay away camp pack in the survey, which I think inspired this comment. I would love this. I feel like if they were to do that type of pack, it would be really nice if the kids had summer break and then they go to the summer camp. I never understood why that wasn't implemented into seasons. I know you can use the calendar to actually have the whole summer be off. I used to always do that. You can literally just create holidays every day of summer and then just tick the little box for the no school. So I think that would be really cool if they just made it an actual thing where like a pop-up popped up, like school's out, it's summer break, this is your last day of school, and then like you can have like a going back to school thing. And then you can have things like going back to school shopping and all of that fun stuff. Like, I don't know why that wasn't put in seasons. Now, when I really think about it, there was a huge missed opportunity there, I feel like, for the summertime. But that is all the comments. Thank you guys for all of your comments. I really do appreciate it. Of course, you can comment down below on this video, things that you want to see in The Sims 4. Now that we know it has so much more time, I feel like you guys can actually be more creative with your ideas because some of them might be possible now. Whereas like before, I feel like we're thinking like, oh, that's never going to happen, you know? But the more time we have with The Sims 4, the more potential that they'll create these things, especially because we always felt like, you know, oh, there's not that many packs they can do. They've done almost everything. But then they give us that survey with 9 expansion pack ideas. 9 ideas that we usually wouldn't even see come with The Sims, like any of the Sims games. And they're gonna do it. Like, not all 9 of them, but some of those ideas will be created. That's the whole point of the survey, so they can see what we want. And so, yeah, comment down below what you want to see in the game. Even things that you once may have thought wasn't gonna happen, but maybe it will. So with that, I'm gonna wrap this up here. I hope you all enjoyed. I hope you guys are having an amazing day, and I'll see you all in my next video. Bye, guys.
Simple minds. I guess we'll take it one